Sunshine State.
Good evening, Florida. Welcome to WTAN Tan Talk. I'm Grigor the Barbarian here with Aaron Biscuit. We're on Robbie's Island, sitting on the front porch. Stop by and say hi. Got the fire pit lit, and it's all groovy with Robbie the Shark.
Hey, Grigor, thank you very much, and welcome to Robbie's Island. And remember, everybody, we're sitting outside on your patio, your den, whatever, my porch.
We're in Robbie's
patio.
We're in Robbie's backyard. We got the fire going. Full house tonight.
Exactly. And we're all looking at the same moon, so we're actually all together, even though we're doing it the old-timey way and not on the internet. But it is kind of the same on the internet, so be free to be who you are. And I want to welcome Grigor to the program, as always. You're great. We also have Aaron the Biscuit with us.
Hi, Aaron.
How you doing?
Hi, Aaron.
Hello.
You can talk a little louder into the phone, Aaron. It's fine. We don't bite. So, Aaron, we have a very important question for you.
Okay.
How did you come up with the nickname Aaron Biscuits? How did that come about?
Oh my gosh. So I used to hang out at this dueling piano bar called Sing Sing Pittsburgh.
Okay.
And
I know the place.
They started doing the song Margaritaville. And they kind of did this thing where it was like a battle between the guys and the girls. So
the girls won,
my
right?
best friend at this not
Wait, let her go. You'll send her off track. You were perfect. I asked her that question when I talked to her earlier today about this, and she told me the story. It's good.
Okay,
but she'll lose track.
All right, so you're singing
Margaritaville.
It's guys versus girls. Keep going.
So my best friend at this time walked up on stage to put $1 or whatever it was. And somehow, as she was walking off the stage, they came up with Trisket. They started calling her Trisket. So my nickname had to rhyme with hers. So that's how I got Biscuit.
All right.
That's cute.
So you go from your friend Trisket to Aaron Biscuit. I like it.
So I didn't mean to cut you off.
No,
Cheryl.
no, I was just
not at all. By the way, welcome also,
yes,
Cheryl. Thank you. Good friend of mine.
And that's why the show truly is. It's all groovy.
It is all groovy. And question of the day.
Okay.
What do you have to say? And it's going to be kind of vague here. And this is because I saw something the other day that finally became unclassified that I can talk about. Other things that Ed warned me about outside, by the way, Matt,
all right.
that I can't talk about no more because of the FCC. But this I can talk about because it has become unclassified. I've known it years ago. But does anybody out there know what the biscuit is?
So this biscuit that you're talking about is separate from Aaron Biscuits on the phone.
Or biscuits that you eat.
Absolutely correct.
All right. Yeah, no, because I was thinking, Cheryl's saying, I'm like, okay, this isn't Aaron Biscuits. Is this the food I eat at breakfast time? What are we talking about here?
Okay, the biscuit. Okay,
The biscuit.
By the way, I'm not going to elaborate, but there are dirty connotations with that too. If you were in the military, as far as the biscuit goes, we're not going to go further than that because I ain't getting in FCC trouble. Okay.
As soon as you said dirty connotations, I thought I wasn't thinking military terms. I took it in a whole other direction.
Same.
All right.
Again, because of FCC regulations, I'm not going to divulge any further.
All right. Now I will give a hint.
Okay.
What do we got here? We're only, a couple of 3 minutes in the program, right? But first, we're just going to throw it around. And then I am going to make an offer. If somebody can actually tell me what the biscuit is, they're going to get a $25 debit card. If you call in to WTAN Tan Talk Radio Network, 727-441-3000. Don't hesitate. And you can even look it up. I don't think you'll find it because it just became free knowledge this weekend. But can anybody tell me what the football is.
Well, are we talking American football, European football? You have to be
We're
specific.
talking. I told you this is classified information. So, what is the football? Do you think it really has to do with the game football? Come
Yeah.
on, Matt, you're smarter than that.
No,
It's a drug.
but hey, no, I wasn't thinking that way. I was thinking Travis.
Come on,
Jason
Grigor,
Kelsey,
you can
blah,
at
blah,
least
blah.
tell me what the football is. If not, I'll give you the next clue.
The football is the codes to the nuclear arsenal.
I hate you.
Ah.
The
Hey,
nuclear football.
Judging by Robbie's
No,
reaction.
no, you didn't get the answer yet. He's close, though. I knew you would. I told her. I said,
Yeah,
if this
he
SOB
did say
answers the
that.
question, I'm going to shut him off because he's
Yeah.
going to ruin it.
He's gonna know it, yeah.
I did. I said this to her. We talked about it earlier. The nuclear football.
Yeah.
Describe that to me. Anybody.
And we can look it up.
You could look it up.
Does it have anything to do with weaponry, or is it more along the lines of puff, puff, pass?
Puff, puff, pass. No.
Okay.
Thank you, Matt. You're going to hell for that. You know that.
Oh, you know what? In the words of ACDC, I'm already on the highway to hell, so why not enjoy the ride?
I do actually feel like I'm on my patio right now. And we're just yicky yakking.
And the snort started 6 minutes into the show. That's
6
gotta be
minutes. Okay,
6
we're going
minutes
to have to
into the
start taking
show.
bets on that, huh?
Yeah, the over under is how early I can get
Over
Rogan
and
to
under on
snort.
that. Yes, we are.
I can get
We
Rogan
have
to snort
do
on the
that.
show.
I can't help myself. But
But you see, you said it like it's a bad thing. That's how you know our content here on It's All Groovy is entertaining. If one of us, doesn't have to be me, but if one of us can make Robbie the Shark snort the earliest in the show, that's how you know the entertainment is truly groovy. I know we don't mean snorting other stuff. We mean like him actually laughing.
Yeah.
And we're just clarifying that. We don't promote any of that stuff on our
No.
airwaves. No.
No.
It's who
okay.
can make Robbie laugh the quickest to the point where he starts physically snorting.
Oh, yeah, and you know what? There will be a gift card if anybody can get me physically snorting, and I've done this before. You can call up there in
And that did,
Glassport
that
where
does-
I will be crying and I
that-
can't get up off the floor.
and for the record, that does not include me. I work for the station and I work for the show, so I'm not
No,
running right there.
nobody here is eligible.
All right.
Grigor's not eligible either, and neither is Aaron. Your regulars, no. Your regular neighbors, you're out of the loop. You got to call in 441-3000. That's 727-441-3000. Anyways, a nuclear football. Grigor, since I know you're so wise, what is the nuclear football?
I thought I told you. I thought that was the briefcase that has the codes.
Okay, you are close, but what it is a briefcase. You are correct on that, and it is carried everywhere the president goes, including when Ronald Reagan used to go horseback riding. There's a Marine with him 24/7 with the briefcase that you can launch a nuke strike at
Wow.
any moment. But what is the biscuit?
The
I could
button?
hear everybody thinking, what?
The
The
button?
biscuit is the key
I hate him.
to access the code.
I hate you. I hate
See, you
you.
need
I
the
hate
key to
you.
push
I
the button.
knew it. No, actually, what it is, and I hate you, Grigor. I knew you were going to do it. Darn you! I knew it. I don't care. That's fun.
That means he wins
What
the
it is,
25.
it's actually like a credit card that the president carries in his stupid jacket he wears. You know, a good thing he's not Fetterman to be in his front pocket. You know, or you're a good senator up there. But it actually is when they had cut Ronald Reagan open, and this is part of the story I found fascinating. When Ronald Reagan got shot, they had to cut him open. You know, cut his clothes off. But what happened was the housekeeper was such a professional, and housekeeping, especially at a VA military hospital, any hospital, but VA, man, we love what we do. The dude was smart. You have to put that in a hazard bag, okay? And that bag goes separate somewhere else, and it gets trashed very easily because you have another partner helping you not watch it. And he set it off to the side to make sure to save it. And the nuclear codes, that were the only time they were actually separated from the president in history since I think it was 1958. I could be corrected on that. But I just found it so fascinating. I watched it the other day. I'm like, wow, I'm allowed to talk about this now. There's so much in my head that the government did to me that I can't talk about. And now I can. It's so fun being alive and being me. And the goofball I am. But anyways, you ruined it for me. But that's all right. I got a question for you though. And Matt, you might know this. Let's shift a little bit to sports here.
Okay.
What's this chick's name that beat Pete Maravich?
Okay, so what Robbie's talking about is over the weekend, Division I college basketball, Caitlin Clark of Iowa became the all-time leading scorer in college basketball for both men and women's basketball, passing Pistol Pete Maravich's record that he set at LSU back in the 60s.
Wow.
And what this woman has done is, to a certain degree, take women's sports to a completely different level. Because Iowa's been selling out all of their basketball games. Their TV ratings are up.
Wow.
She's been incredible for college, for not only college athletics, but women's athletics in general.
Before I speak, you talk.
Go girls.
Yeah, yeah. So hats off to Caitlin Clark for passing Pistol Pete Maravich. And we are a week and a half away, Robbie, from the official start of the madness. March Madness tournament starts on the 19th.
I am going to touch on that after the break. Top 3 to beat the bookie is back, and obviously we have to change it because we don't have the NFL, although we do got this, and I like the way they're presenting it. The Spring League, it's like the NFL, AFL coming together.
Oh, the USFL.
Yeah.
It's
What's
used
that?
to be, so it used to be the USFL and the XFL have combined to create the UFL, the United Football League. It's basically spring football. So it's
like 1969 all over again.
It's basically it's kind of like in between college football and
Like the Storm was.
yeah.
Okay.
They
But
actually get paid.
The Storm was the arena league, but UFL also gets paid, but nowhere near what you'd make either in the Canadian League or the NFL.
Right.
But at least it's a way to keep playing football out of college if you can't get drafted by an NFL team. It's a way to at least keep your football career going.
Hey, I have a question
Sure.
for Robbie.
Yeah.
How did you graduate?
I'm dying to know that myself.
You mean in the military?
Yes.
No, I wasn't thinking that. I was worried about you getting your GED, going to college, all that fun stuff.
How did you graduate?
I
Yeah.
guess she's in the mood to hear a funny story.
Yes.
So am I.
You
This is
can't
the
make this up.
No.
I don't care who you are.
this is the entertainment segment of It's All Groovy with the one, the only, Robbie the Shark.
I'm almost embarrassed but it is so true, and I'm going to stand up just like it happened to me. I can't do it sitting down.
All right, come
So
on.
if you're watching, that's why I'm standing up.
All right.
And you'll probably hear the microphone making noise if you're just listening.
Yeah.
I can't help it.
All right.
So anyways, you got the DI, the drill instructor, right?
Yeah.
And he's coming around, he's inspecting everybody, and this is graduation day. If you don't pass, you stay another week or two.
I could kind of imagine this drill instructor looking like Arlie Emery from Full Metal Jacket. He was the drill instructor in Full Metal Jacket.
He was uglier, actually.
All
About
right.
6'4". This guy was scary. And then he had this little twerp with him. It was like about 5'10", and he carried the notepad.
See, I didn't even
And he
realize
just
there were two of
sneered
them.
at you. Yeah, he would just sneer at you. He was like a dirty. He like enjoyed watching the sergeant beat you. It was weird. But here he comes, coming down the line, right? I'm standing at attention. Boom, I'm a good airman, right? He comes over, looks at my bunk and my bed, kicks the shoes. He says, demerit. And that little run.
Oh my gosh.
Scribbling on a notepad. And then he walks up closer to me towards the head of the bed, and he kicks the bed. And the bed moves. He says, demerit.
Oh, you only need 3, right? To get out?
Three.
Oh,
That is correct. 3 demerits, and I'm done. So I'm basically,
you're done.
The sphincter is closed. I'm squeezing hard, man. Like, oh, Lord have mercy. I'm in deep doo-doo right now. And he looks down at my footlocker. He looks back up at me in the eyes, back at the footlocker, back at me in the eyes. He says, you got to be kidding me.
You were sweating.
I was sweating bullets. But then he's looking at me, and I don't understand where this guy's going. And I had a picture of the woman that became the mother of my children and my wife, and she was sitting on the couch. The picture she sent me in a bikini, looking super hot. And he just says, Airman Ferenz, how in the hell did you get something like that? And without a thought in my mind, it come right out. Sergeant, it's not the size of the pencil, it's how you sign your name.
Oh, God.
He saluted me and said, graduate this guy.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
True story. True story. Honest to God, I don't know. I brought that up to her earlier today. I wanted to tell it. I'd like to get back to the military, and let's not
Yeah, it's like
forget
a
our
stripes
VA.
moment.
It was actually a strike moment. I was scared to death. And everybody who had already graduated, the guys before me, the 4 or 5 punks before me, they all had their heads down and they're giggling. But the ones waiting to get inspected, they're just standing tall. And man, they're holding back. They can't stop laughing because everybody heard it, of course. As loud as I just was there, that's
Right.
I'm actually reliving that. It was so funny. One of the best moments of my military career. Obviously, it's done me damage. But don't forget, man, the VA is available for you. I think stand down. What is that? April 6th?
6, yeah.
Is that
I
correct?
remember, yeah. I
April
think that's what
6th.
she
Yeah.
said.
Yeah, they give out free breakfast and everything, man. If you got any kind of silly legal problems, misdemeanors, they'll wipe it all out, get you clean. You need a shave or whatever, a place to live. They'll hook you up with a what do you call it, social worker.
That's true.
And yeah, they'll help you get it together. You got some problems that was caused by your service. They'll get you to the right people to get you the benefits that you earned and deserve. 727, what is that? Sugar Plum. You always just hit the dial button. What is the darn VA number? I can't believe I forgot that. It's been so long since I actually
A minute? Not a
dialed it. 398-6661. Give them a call anytime. And just tell them what your problem is, and they'll direct you to the right people. Don't hesitate. Going right into Building 100, straight in right there, and go to your mod to see a doctor. It's really not that bad a deal. It's pretty groovy. Matter of fact, I can go tomorrow. You're going to take me there tomorrow,
Yep.
right? I'm going to get my prescription filled for my glasses, get my Ray-Bans.
Heck
And
yeah.
I'm not following Biden. Biden stole it from me, okay?
Oh.
Yeah, there I go again. I'm laughing at myself because I'm a jerk. Like, Aaron, you were so darn quiet.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
is Aaron even still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I asked you this before when you called. You sound quieter than that. We're just making sure you're okay, darling.
I don't feel
No,
good.
she's
I'm
just
okay.
the girl that sits on the porch taking it all in.
All right,
Eating grapes.
all right. And
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with that. Grapes, my
I
favorite
love
food.
grapes.
Yeah,
Heck
okay.
yeah.
And if you're looking for a sweet treat, may I suggest frozen grapes?
Oh,
Ooh.
I like frozen bananas. The dark chocolate frozen bananas.
Whoa,
Oh, my
I haven't
goodness.
done that.
They're good.
So not only is this it's all groovy, but it's apparently food tips with Robbie's crew.
Yeah, no, it's Strawberry Festival's coming here, man.
Oh.
That's true. All
Ooh.
I can't wait.
right.
She bought some early 2 weeks ago. They weren't ripe yet.
No.
I think the festival begins next week, the 10th. Is that right, Matt?
10th or 11th.
Something like that?
I think so.
I think the 10th is, yeah, I think that's this
10th
weekend.
is this Sunday, and it's daylight savings.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah,
Sorry.
we changed the clocks.
Yeah,
Woo!
clocks jump ahead 1 hour this Sunday.
I can't wait, man. It's so nice. Maybe my sleep cycle will get back in correct shape because it's so out of whack.
Well, not only that, but the clocks jump ahead this weekend, and then next week, St. Patty's Day,
Amen. And you know what?
17th.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe one of you guys can explain this to me, either in studio or on the phone line. I've never figured this out. What is the point of the St. Patty's Day holiday? I understand it's a religious
To
holiday.
drink.
Well, no, besides that, that's a given. Like, I know it's meant to drink, but what is the actual meaning behind the holiday? Does anybody know?
I do
This
know.
is not a trivia question. I'm genuinely asking, what's the point of the St. Patrick's Day holiday?
Come on, somebody.
I don't know.
I'm waiting to hear somebody
I
else.
don't know either.
I'll look it up though. Try
All
it.
right, let's see if we can find it.
Well, everybody I know
Grigor
celebrates
knows.
it to
I'm waiting
get
for
drunk.
Grigor. I know he
Yeah,
knows.
we're trying to figure that. All right, so apparently,
We want to learn.
St. Patrick's Day observes the death of St. Patrick, the patron saint of Ireland.
Yes.
That is correct.
So it's a religious
Okay.
holiday. That's the holidays has evolved into a celebration of Irish culture with parades, special foods, music, dancing, a whole lot of green, and of course, drinking.
Yep.
So it's all right. So it's the patron saint of Ireland that gets honored every year on St. Patty's Day, and we drink in his honor, whether we're Irish or not.
Here.
Well, you know, there's an old running joke. If Irish eyes are bloodshot, you know it's St. Patrick's Day. Again, old joke, not mine. I've heard it over the years. So yeah,
We got to find a St. Patty's bar.
I tell you what, I don't know the name of the place, but it is one of the biggest, and I'm sure Matt, you probably know it too because you grew up in Clearwater.
I didn't grow up.
O'Keefe's.
I didn't grow up
O'Keefe's.
in. I know where. Ironically, well, first of all, I didn't grow up in Clearwater. I'm a transplant. I'm a New Yorker.
Right. You're a New
But
Yorker,
I know exactly where it is. It's an Irish bar on Fort Harrison Avenue.
Do not miss it.
It's a quarter mile from my house.
They bring them in from Ireland with the bagpipes, the whole. It is so groovy, man.
I can go walk there now. I'm gonna go check that out.
But don't go with an Irish woman because you'll be sending her home in a cab after an hour. She'll be so drunk.
I don't plan. But trust me, my better half's not Irish anyway, so I don't have to worry about it.
There's an O'Malley's bar.
I mean, maybe it's O'Malley.
No,
But that's on Seminole.
Yeah, no, I think the place Robbie's thinking of is O'Keefe's.
It is O'Keefe's.
Okay.
Yeah, it's right. It's
Isn't
across
that
from
an old
Christino's.
hotel up there too? The big
Bellevue.
People's
Yeah.
Hotel. What'd you say?
Bellevue.
Yeah, the only
old-
hotel up in that direction is the Bellevue Country Club. It's right by the golf course.
Yeah, the golf
Okay,
course, the
so
country
it's-
club.
so-
Yeah.
All right,
It's
so
right
what
by
Robbie's
there.
talking
O'Keefe's.
about is right in the same area is O'Keefe's Irish
Wow.
Bar. There's Christino's, which is a coal-fired pizza place, which is probably the best pizza I've had in Clearwater.
Oh, really?
They're not paying me. They're not paying me any of that. I'm just talking about them. But
We gotta try that.
Christino's is probably the best pizza I've had in Clearwater. It's coal-fired pizza. It's really good. O'Keefe's is directly across the street.
Groovy.
And I go in the same direction. And if you keep going about maybe half a mile up the road, if that, is the Bellevue Country Club with the hotel Robbie's talking about.
I tell you what, man, I went there. That was 14 years ago with Megan. She was 100% Irish. I'll tell you, she was smashed after an hour and a half. I actually
Wait,
did.
wait a minute. Was this on St. Patty's Day or was it just a regular day of the
St.
week?
Patty's
Okay.
Day, and we're watching the chicks up there do the jig, man. They got the Irish outfits on. It is just.
Don't they do something with the spoons too?
I
Honestly,
don't know the spoons.
Yeah,
neither have I. I've
no.
never heard of that.
Really? I went to, I think it was Tarpon Springs. I went to an Irish place there. This was years ago. But they would do something with the spoons. And
Oh, you mean like they would use them as instruments to try to
up
replace?
against their leg or whatever.
Okay,
I don't know.
Almost
It was-
the hillbilly style doing
yeah.
spoons, really?
Yeah. It was different. I thought it was like part of their
I never did see that.
Yeah.
That would be fabulous. But I mean, they bring in world class
Mhm.
at O'Keefe's. They paid a big bucks. There's a huge tent set up. People like crazy. I mean, it is just. I don't even care if you're Irish. It is just so much fun.
Time to celebrate.
Yeah, and actually, well, when I look at St. Patrick's Day, I think of it this way. We're in the middle of a Lent, right? And you're supposed to give everything up and be good, right?
Mhm.
This is your chance to be a schmuck because we all know we're going to fail. So you're not going to make it to 48 days without screwing up. So this is your freebie. So St. Patty's Day.
Mulligan.
Yeah, it's your mulligan. There you go. Very good. Very good.
Yeah. No. Try to do good.
By the way, St. Patty's Day, did you know this, Matt? The vernal equinox, which is spring, okay?
Which
The
is this weekend.
The equinox actually is supposed to be the 22nd, but
Yeah.
here in Florida, in the real subtropics, 12 hours of daylight, 12 hours of nighttime. That is the equinox. They're equal.
Yep.
Okay, it happens autumnal and vernal, spring and autumn. And the 17th and 18th, we have exactly 12 and 12. And you know what? I'm looking at the clock. I really need to take my medication before I get retarded. Cheryl's
All
going
right.
to stay on the line with you and Grigar, and just talk about whatever. And I think she has something she wants to talk about here, too.
Well, hang on. Before we get into that, we're going to put everybody on hold for a second. We're going to hit you with a little bit of Motley Crue and Smoking in the Boys Room like we always do. We'll play it for a little bit, and then we'll come right back with Cheryl's big news. So here we go. Yeah, well, unfortunately, this is not Smoking in the Boys Room. This is It's All Groovy on the Tan Talk Radio Network. I'm just getting the fire pit going back again. It's Matt with Grigar the Barbarian, Aaron Biscuits, and Cheryl in studio. And what do you want to talk about, Cheryl?
I have something here. It's sponsored by Grand Royal Productions and they're
Okay.
presenting the hit gospel stage play live April 20th at 6 p.m. and it's called "Tell 'Em I'm Gonna Make It."
All right.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Something to check out.
we got some good stuff going on around here.
Heck yeah.
So what is the actual drink of choice for this evening for everybody around the fire pit here on Robbie's Island? What do we got going tonight?
I've got
I saw the can of Coke when you walked in. All
Yes, I have a Coke.
right.
Yep.
Aaron, Grigor, what do we got?
Iced tea.
I got water.
All right. As for me, half devoured bottle of Mountain Dew. I'm saving the rest for later.
Water's a good thing. I need to drink so much more water.
Water and orange juice are the two biggest things lacking in my life.
Yeah. See, I have to drink more because I get migraines. So it's like,
Well, correction. Let's clarify. We have to drink more water. Alcohol forbidden with migraines. Because I've heard the two don't mix.
yeah, that's probably why I'm not a drinker.
All right. All right. And if you are, always in moderation or none at all.
Exactly.
Okay. So yeah, if anybody does decide to indulge not only tonight or any night, especially on St. Patty's Day as well in 2 weeks, we kindly remind you that if you're going to drink, please drink in moderation. And more importantly, don't
Call a
drink
cab.
it. Thank you. Don't drink and drive. If you're going to have a few, either make sure you have a sober friend with you, make sure you're staying put wherever you're drinking.
Absolutely.
Or if you need to go back home, call a car service, cab, Uber, whatever.
I think a lot of those services too offer free rides and stuff like that on days like that. So it's something to look into.
Well, that's truly groovy in more ways than one.
Yes, I agree.
We want everybody to be able to make it home safely, whether they've had a few or not. Everybody needs to get home safely at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
And now the master of ceremonies himself is back. Robbie,
Well, thank you for welcoming me back.
what is your drink of choice tonight?
I got the tail end of that. By the way, as
Yeah.
it always is, as you know, this show is completely unscripted, and I don't even know what she said. I know what she was going to talk about, but I
Yeah.
have no idea because I was outside having my puff.
So we started talking about, obviously, drink of choice, because this is usually what happens here around the fire pit. Everybody brings their own drinks of choice.
Mm-hmm.
And with anybody who decides to indulge in alcoholic beverages, whether it's spirits, wine, beer, whatever. Yeah.
Oh, I did that. Okay, that's okay.
So
That's
call
where
a
you got to
cab,
that.
make sure you get home safely, and
Groovy.
don't do anything stupid.
Right.
That's all we ask.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
No, it's not.
I've been down that road. You don't want to do that.
No, we do not.
I've been down that road.
Yep, doesn't
You're
work
talking
out.
about the Air Force, yeah, 1984, yeah. Ooh.
You've
That's
been-
a funny story.
Oh,
I did it again.
It's
That's
a
a funny
snort.
story.
He's already he's thinking of a story that's already causing him to start snorting.
See, and it's funny though. I used to let my troopies go. You know, I was in charge. I'd always let somebody off on the third shift. Boom, go. Boom, go. They go out to the bar, what have you. I'd let 2 or 3 go. It's the end of the shift. We don't get another satellite coming over till the next shift. I'll cover it. Go.
You were in charge of troopies? Uh-oh.
I know.
Well, that's what I call them, troopies, my airmen.
All right.
And that's just a military term, the troopies, you know.
Yeah.
And one night they yelling at me. Matter of fact, Jimmy's yelling at me. He says, "What? You don't trust me?" He's second in charge. He says, "Go. It's your night." I'm like, "Okay, groovy. I'm gonna go." So I go to the bar and I hook up with all these other people that work in our shop, you know, and I'm the only idiot in uniform, right? And I get in and this chick was dancing with me and she puts a cowboy hat on my head. So I'm in
Uh-oh.
full dress uniform, my blues, with a cowboy hat on. And when I left the bar, the cops actually put, they're not allowed to do that anymore. They put a marking on my tire. They pulled me over because my truck slipped in the snow. And of course, I was intoxicated.
Oh, no.
I went to jail with a cowboy hat and uniform. Oh, dear Lord. The next day, oh, no, I don't want to talk about this. But I'm going to, because it's funny. I go in the next day. I'm in trouble. I'm in big trouble, right?
Did you go to military police or regular? I mean,
Oh, no, the regular Sarpy County
Okay.
cops. No, I went to jail. Rich Coke. He bailed me out of jail. I was so scared. I had problems in West Mifflin, but that was garbage. West Mifflin cops, wasn't afraid of them. But this is Sarpy County, you know, in another state. I'm scared.
mhm.
He lets me out, and I go into work into the Satellite Operations Center, and I'm getting reamed by my sergeant, right? I mean, screaming at me up and down. And meanwhile, in the morning when I woke up, none of my uniforms were clean. And I had uniforms that didn't have the patch on it. Okay, and you have to be full uniform with your patches, the Military Airlift Command. I didn't have that patch, so I used tape.
Oh no.
Oh yes, I did. Oh yes, I did. And then the colonel calls me out in front of everybody, right out on the floor with everybody taking in the data through the satellites and stuff. And he got me standing in tension. He's reaming me up and down, and the patch falls off.
Ooh.
Oh, I do a straight squat to the floor. I pick it up. I smash it right on my chest like that. And he just goes, "Get away from me. Get away from me." And I didn't get any more. I was supposed to get an Article 15. They let me, he just.
Well, what is an Article 15?
That
those of us
could,
not
that could
military.
cost you stripes. That could get you kicked out. It depends on Article 15. Basically, you're going to court. They're charging you with something. There's charges against you.
Ooh.
Yeah, and they didn't do any charges. That colonel just, honest to God, he shook his head and you get away from me. Because he knows. So I screwed up. I did. I learned a big, valuable lesson. Well, you thought I would. It happened 2 more times later in my life. But, it takes a while sometimes to learn.
That's the lesson. 2 more times.
Yeah, sugar plum. I spent 10 days in jail. No.
Hey,
Yeah, Grigor, what's up?
when issues like that happen, they go into review, and the commanders talk about solutions, how that may not happen again, how they can prevent that. So maybe that's why they have Velcro for them patches now.
Right. You were the reason.
Good one, Grigor.
See, Robbie the Shark is setting trends all these years later. Way to go, Robbie.
This was 40 years ago. Grigor, bingo.
It could
I love
be.
you, brother,
Yeah.
man. Is he good or what? I love Grigor the Barbarian. You're super duper. I never watch my programs, but I think I'm going to watch this tomorrow just to hear you right now because you're going to make me laugh.
Well, there's a couple ways to do it. If you're just tuning in, this is It's All Groovy here on the TAN Talk Radio Network. 727-441-3000 is to get in on the discussion. And if you've missed any part of tonight's show or any other shows that Robbie has done here on our network, all shows are archived both on YouTube and on podcast form. So for YouTube, just go to YouTube, type in TAN Talk Radio Network. You'll see our logo pop up. Click live videos and search for the date of the show you want to check out, whether it's Robbie's or any other shows we have on our network. You can find the YouTube streams. If you're looking for just the audio of the show, internetradiopros.com is the website, or tantalknetwork.com. Click on It's All Groovy, and you'll find all the shows that Robbie has ever done right here on the TAN Talk Radio Network.
Awesome. At least that's a good way for them to find it. I know my daughter had a little issue at first.
Yeah.
But we were walking her through it.
Yep. Well, is your daughter technologically savvy, or is she technologically backwards?
She's a middle. So she's 27. So
she's probably taught you how to do half the technological stuff you know.
Mom, you're so old.
Oh, that's okay. Don't worry about it. I got the same problem at home. I had to do this with my mom. I still have to walk her through certain technical stuff at home.
And we're slow.
Yeah. Well, so at the same time, both back home and here in Florida, the only working DVD player. Yes, I still watch DVDs. The only working DVD player we have is my old video game system, which is my Xbox 360.
Oh wow!
And anytime you wanted to watch a DVD on it, whether it's my girl here in Florida or my mom back home, they didn't know how to operate it. My mom has an actual DVD player that she knows how to work.
Wow!
But at the time, we were streaming Netflix through my Xbox.
Right.
She doesn't know how to work it, so anytime she'd want to watch something. Matt, can you help me? I'm like, yeah, sure. I'd set it up for her. She would start streaming. She'd be happier than a pig and you know what. And with my girl, if she wants to watch a movie or she wants to watch one of her TV shows on DVD, she has to have me do it.
Of course.
Which, don't get me wrong, I don't mind doing it.
You should feel important.
Exactly. Exactly.
You're doing a good thing.
It gives me something to do, and it's like, okay, nobody's stressing out, nobody's breaking anything. It's all good. It's all groovy.
It's all groovy.
See, that's a permanent tie-in with this show. It's all groovy.
Yep.
It's all groovy, baby.
Well, just to speak, I wanted to say congratulations. Hopefully she's listening, my daughter, Jenny. So, yeah, she's graduating with her computer coding class. It was like a 6-month class.
Oh, groovy.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yes, isn't that's awesome. Absolutely.
What's her name again?
Proud. Jenny.
Jenny. Hey, Jenny. If
Jenny.
So,
listening
Jenny,
congratulations.
for passing your class and graduating, we offer up this.
Yep, so proud.
Congratulations, Jenny.
And that's actually a skill she can use. Not just you got to go to college or you're going to be
Absolutely.
nothing. You go to college, you wind up working at McDonald's anyways.
Right.
But that's a computer. That's a skill. you can
And
use.
that's an argument for a whole other show.
That
We
is-
could probably
that is
go at
true.
least 2 weeks with that.
Yes. Yes.
But
Yes.
for those who wanted to be able to make a career out of something like what I'm doing, 4-year degree is probably your best bet. But at the same time, you can also get an education at a trade school. There's always going to be a need for like electricians, plumbers. So
Yes.
there's always options out there.
Yeah. There's so many places that you can get certifications, and you just.
Always going to need a plumber. Always going to need an electrician. Now with the computers, you're going to need a computer tech.
Absolutely.
You're always there's just like truck driver. I explained that to Jesse. I said, well, my kid, I said, when you turn 21, stupid, become a truck driver, 9 years, boom,
They
they're
make
done.
good money.
Yes, they do.
Turn good money.
Jeez.
And if you're a loner, that's like the perfect job because you're by yourself on
Yeah.
the road.
No, but that's why you have your CB going. And
Did they do Smokey Bear?
oh, absolutely. So I got yelled at one night on the road. One truck driver was like, "Do you ever shut up?" And I'm like, "No." I said, "But did you hear my report at the 357 mile mark on the eastbound side of Smokey the Bear? Did you speed past him? No, you didn't. So
Yeah.
shut up and
Yeah.
enjoy my conversation."
There's a reason why you didn't speed past him because Smokey the Bear is standing there going, I hope he brought a picnic basket of boo boo.
Oh no! Hey, when I no kidding, Matt. When I drove in Ohio for truckers, it's 55. Period. Hell, I drove 70, 75 miles an hour. If you drove with the Penguin, you was rocking and a rolling and jibbing and a japping, just like I'm on the radio right now. And I enjoyed that talking on the CB radio, and everybody knew if you were anywhere near. That was the Penguin back then. If you're anywhere near the Penguin, you will not get busted. You know where the chicken coops are at. Chicken coops, by the way, is a way station. So if you're
Okay.
overweight, then you have to take a side road and avoid that.
So you'll be able to get all your informative stuff through the Penguin and you provide your entertainment because you have to be able,
But
especially
a lot
if
of people
yeah.
absolutely
So,
hated me.
if you're going on a truck delivery from say here up north, as far as like northern New York, which is like the Plattsburgh area, which is the furthest point north in the state of New York. So if you're going from here to New York, you have to find ways to be able to entertain yourself along the truck ride, right?
I used to go from Cleveland. Actually, I started out Pittsburgh to Akron, pick up my junk, take the liquid up to Cleveland, and then go from Cleveland either back down to Pittsburgh into New York City or across I-90 all the way through upstate New York and finish out in Boston. Actually, what's her name? I forget the name of the town, but that's where Lizzie put in, took an axe, gave her father 40 whacks. I was always scared when I delivered there.
I
I
would be
just
too.
spent the night there. I was scared. I actually was like 2 doors down from Lizzie Borden's actual house, man, in Rhode Island. It was scary, but it was fun. It was a lot of fun. I was fortunate because I was only out 5 days a week, and it was tough being lonely. But you come home on the weekends, because I was home by noon on Friday, and
That's
didn't have to
awesome.
go back out till Monday morning, 7 a.m.
You could be eating a lobster sandwich or something. And
Oh my God, that's when I first got fat.
Whoa,
eating-
whoa.
Start
whoa,
craving,
whoa,
I know.
Whoa, whoa,
I
whoa.
knew we should
Stop for
stop.
1 second. You, Robbie the Shark, fat? Dude, you're as skinny as a damn rail.
we got to
This
see
is-
pictures.
Yes, proof, picture. Thank you, Cheryl.
no.
Proof or it doesn't happen.
We can ask Grigor here. I was growing out of a size 36, and I'm normally wearing a size 34, and I was pushing towards a 38. And
Wait, how tall were you?
6 foot
Same.
tall.
Okay.
So you're about the same height as you are now because you're about an inch or two taller than me, and I'm 5'10".
Yeah, I'm 6 foot tall.
Okay.
Actually, with the 12th vertebrae, 50% crushed, a little shorter now, but I got hit by a car riding a bike.
Ouch.
20 feet. Yeah, I haven't ridden a bike since, man. It's crazy. As a matter of fact, a lady put on Facebook today about it's spring, watch out for bikers. I'm like, I'd never
yeah.
get one on again.
Yeah.
And you really should, because you don't visualize, just the one light, and it is difficult. So you have
It
to be
happens
aware.
like that,
Yeah, boom, in a heartbeat.
That's crazy.
And I remember when a lady hit me, she was upset because she didn't want to. Just pulling out of McDonald's. She was a worker. She wasn't going more than 5 miles an hour, but I'm riding my bicycle, so I had to be going about 20, 25.
Mhm.
And I couldn't stop. Boom, I hit her. I rolled up over the windshield, rolled back down. I was such a panic, and what do you call it, adrenaline was going. She went to call the cops. I got on the bike and I drove home. And
This happens all the time, though.
Oh, in the morning I woke up though. I couldn't get out of bed. And I had to call the cops, and yeah, my back was 12 vertebrae, 50% crushed. It's 60 now.
Well, the sun's so bright too. You know, if it hits you a certain way, you can't
see. She just wasn't paying attention.
That too.
She just got off of work. No, unfortunately, yeah, she was not doing that actually. But she was so upset. I don't know what I was talking about there.
I would be totally upset if I hit somebody that was riding a bike.
Oh yeah, it's not fun to crash into somebody. I remember as a truck driver too. They asked me about an accident I got into. A lady pulling on McDonald's, and I'm backing up the truck to park properly, and she pulls out on the wrong side of the street, and I hit her as I'm backing up. Oh. And my dispatch note said, "Well, you have to go under review. What could you have done differently?"
What was your answer?
I said, I could have stayed in my truck and not moved from my first stop and just stayed there all day. It was snowing.
But it made you more aware.
No, there was nothing. There was nothing I could do. Absolutely nothing. And as a matter of fact, there was
going forward.
There was a schmuck driver behind me that was Gregor, I'm busting you right now. A 10-wheeler, 8-wheeler, whatever it is. And he did not yell at me on the CB. I'm going to punch him in the mouth. Why did you yell at me? I didn't know that car was behind me. He let me hit her. He did. Oh, well, we were talking about fat.
Yeah.
Hey, Gregor.
You were never fat. Even in 38, you weren't fat.
Now wait, I'm gonna really tick you off now too, because you hate when I do this. But I'm gonna go into my radio voice and I'm gonna say, Gregor, do you remember what the push method is?
Yeah, I know what the push method is. I struggle with the push method.
And I'll be put in a penalty box if I say it out loud. So be prepared here, Matt.
Don't worry.
Well,
I think I actually can say
the push method is the diet technique.
Is the what?
The what?
You got to push your fat butt away from the table.
All right.
I couldn't find a way to market it.
All right.
That's funny.
So it's a reverse of the Philadelphia Eagles tush push. Instead of pushing forward, you push back.
That is, yeah. I don't know where I came up with that crap at either. And he wanted to kill me. I remember I told you that. You wanted to reach over the table and punch me right in the mouth. You were, I snorted again. Jesus, I can't help it.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. That's how you know the entertainment's good on it. So Groovy and Robbie's
and I
starting
hope
away.
if you're listening out there, you're laughing too. And hey, you're welcome to call in and tell a retarded story too, you know. And nobody knows who you are, so you can use whatever name you want.
727-441-3000. We will take anonymous phone calls.
You guys,
just as long as we just ask one favor here on It's All Groovy. Please keep your stories as clean as possible. We don't want to get in trouble with the
that's
FCC.
why, thank you for taking me off that subject because I was going the wrong way.
Yeah. If you got an entertaining story that's going to make us laugh, by all means tell us.
Nathan's Hot Dogs. I watched a program about Nathan's Hot Dogs the other day, which was fascinating.
The contest?
Or are you talking like the actual? Wait a minute. Are you talking about the 4th of July?
Creation of the empire.
Oh, so you're actually talking about like the hot dog brands that started out of Coney Island.
He was competing. Matter of fact, that's why we got hamburgers today because it came in with a competition. It's America, what do they call it? Built America Food Built or whatever, America's Greatest Food or whatever. I don't know what it is, how to say it, but explaining how McDonald's and Burger King, the fight and how they became empires, and I find that fascinating. And Nathan's Hot Dog, boy. That guy was not a quitter, boy, and he did it. And
paid off.
But he stole the recipes, you know that.
Well, that's like McDonald's, the whole story behind McDonald's.
Go ahead.
What about it?
Oh, they did the documentary, I think was on Netflix or something, where there was like another person who bought them out.
Oh, I thought
changed the recipe.
I thought you were talking about the guy who ate nothing but McDonald's for a month straight.
No.
That's become a well-known story and a well-known documentary as well. With the guy who ate nothing but McDonald's every day for a month straight.
And he
lost weight,
sick.
Right?
No, he got real sick.
He got really sick. She's
Real
right.
sick.
Cheryl's right.
Yes. And then there was like someone who did juicing. They just juiced and got 100% better. And yeah.
I was unaware of that.
The science behind all that,
Fascinating.
Well, it's because it's all processed and our body can't handle all that processed food, you know?
I don't know.
It
I'm,
needs that
I'm
natural
still
good
alive on
stuff.
it, and I have literally. That's the guy we were talking to outside the Indian. I wanted to tell.
Yes.
I have literally died on the operating table at least twice confirmed. I know I've been to both. I've seen the man below and I've seen the man above. That's confirmed it happened. Plus, when I was a kid with the baseball bat, I'm not sure I was in a coma then. I think I might have died then too. Who knows? It doesn't matter.
Oh,
anyways.
Robbie in a baseball bat? I don't think that's a story we can.
Yeah, could you imagine that I was actually hitting the head with a baseball bat?
Yeah,
No.
I could. I can imagine it. I know some of the stories I've heard you tell over the time I've been working with you, Robbie.
I'm too intelligent. You can't be right.
Okay. He's too funny.
I like to make fun of myself. Hey, we were back to that broad.
But the way I look at it, though, if you can't make fun of yourself, who can you pick on?
Exactly.
And I learned that from John Hamar, actually. Speaking of which, as a kid, him and Iggy wouldn't let me go with them, and I was tagging along anyways. And I was being a real smart aleck. And
But then again, what are you not?
A lot of fun.
5'2" at the time, right? And John is like almost 6 foot tall, and he's on top of me, and he's ready to pop me just right in the mouth, and I spit right in his eyes. Oh, he whacked me in the sternum, right in the chest. I thought I was dying.
And don't change your dials, folks. You actually heard that correctly. That was Robbie making gasping noises. He's fine here in
I'm
studio. It's part of his story.
Yes, no. But John had told me, because I asked him, I finally had a chance to talk to him. I says, how do you deal with that? Why doesn't it make you angry? He says, Robbie, instead of letting it make you angry when people pick on you, because we're all stupid one way or another, laugh at it.
Yes.
It took a little bit of work to put that into my life, and Grigor will attest that I was not good at it.
Instead of getting really mad.
Tell you that. But no, and I'm actually, I use that a lot now, and heck no, I don't care if you like me, hate me. As long as you talk to me and you're nice to me, it's all groovy. I don't care.
Absolutely. No, I agree.
Yeah.
That's what it's all
I had
about.
a problem with a road rager a couple days ago, and I just kept laughing, and the more I laughed, the madder he got.
Yeah.
He's sticking his fist out the window. He's like, come on, we fight.
Oh,
And I was like, just kept laughing, and then he started calling me names, cussing at me. And the more I laughed, the more mad he got. Finally, the light turned green, and he left. After calling me,
kind of had the same thing happen to me, too, the other night coming home from getting dinner. I'd gone out to pick up takeout, and I'm driving home, and some guy's going slower than molasses in the right lane, so I changed lanes? Yeah, change lanes the way you're supposed to. Blinker on, all that stuff, which, by the way, nobody knows how to use.
No, they don't.
But I changed lanes. I'm going past the guy. I look at him at my passenger side window, and the guy's on his phone texting. I'm like, okay, don't pay attention, whatever. I go around him, and I get to a stoplight. The guy's mad at me, and he does probably one of the stupidest things I've ever seen a person do in a car. Now, the space between me and the curb was the bike lane. The guy's going right anyway. He does have his turn signal on, so I do give him a shred of brains. But he's going around me. I didn't think he was going to have enough room. I thought he was going to jump the curb and get into an accident. Goes around me and doesn't say a word. Next thing I know, I see him stick his hand out the window and give me the finger. I'm like, hey, you're the moron texting on your phone. I'm going around you so I don't get into an accident.
Yeah, road rage is a serious thing. It's scary.
Which continues to prove something that I've known for a long time. People, generally speaking, are stupid.
Well, they're mean.
That's a good answer right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, calling it mean is a nice way of saying what we're all thinking.
Nah.
I was letting some lady out today, and I'm waving her on, and she's not going, and I'm getting frustrated. I'm like, come on, go. And so she finally pulls out, and, because I was waving my hand, she flipped me the bird. I'm like, I let you out, and you're flipping me the bird?
I've had someone actually pull out a gun.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
What's this?
Yes. I had someone, he was extremely irate. He pulled out a gun. So I wrote down his tag number and stuck it right up in,
Yeah.
That stopped him right away.
There you go. Well, I always tell people this. I'm like, if you're going to be an aggressive driver and be up my butt while you're driving, if you're going to do that to me while I'm in the car, at least have the common courtesy to buy me dinner first if you're going to do that to me.
Right?
I say that to everybody. If you're going to be up somebody, pardon my French for this, but if you're going to be up somebody's ass while you're driving, at least have the damn common courtesy to buy them a dinner first before you do that to them.
Absolutely.
And that is the PG version, the PG friendly version of how I really tell that story.
Yeah, you just got to be careful. Basically, nowadays with road rage the way it is, it's
Yeah, that's why if somebody annoys me on the road, I normally make sure if I feel the urge to flip them off, I make sure my hand is low enough in the car where they can't see what I'm doing.
yeah. I just breathe. I just have to breathe.
And if I feel the urge to let out giving somebody the finger, I make sure I do it where nobody sees it.
Or turn up the music.
Yeah.
I'm serious. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
So,
change
I
your
say
mind.
this all the time. Music is the best medicine.
Yes, it is.
It really is.
I agree. 100%.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't flip the bird,
No, I won't either.
but I've been flipped off a whole lot, though.
Yeah.
Because I do know you so well, I bet you deserve it a few times.
Oh, stop.
Well, nobody's innocent.
Wait, you blew my transmission back in the 70s, so I know what kind of stuff you're
I'm
capable
sorry,
of doing.
what?
My transmission in my car. He stole my car.
Great.
Well,
I'm going to turn
left it there to make me think I blew the
I'm
transmission.
kidding.
Wait, I didn't know about it until I think 10 years later after I got off active duty. He actually told me to tell you grandma's, when she died, I think Grandma Toff is when he told me the truth. I wanted to kill him. But it was funny, you know, you're kids. What are you going to do? Things happen. So
Yeah.
no big deal. I'm just glad he's still in my life right now. And as much as you're in my life right now, I really appreciate that, Greg.
Yeah, that's awesome.
He
was so mad. Baker's Junkyard was going to give him $50 for the car. Yeah,
Wow.
$50 for the car. So it was a junkyard, you know. So
Right,
he came in $50. He was so mad he's not going to get his 50. The transmission's gone in it. So I get my buddy to tow me down there, but he don't have a tow truck. All we have is one of those elastic straps, you know, one of the fiber straps.
Yeah, those are fun.
So, well, we get to the top of this hill, and I'm supposed to brake to slow him down. Well, the strap broke.
Oh.
Baker's is at the bottom of the hill, and I drifted down through 3 stop signs and drifted right into Baker's, collected the $50, paid him off. That deal was done.
Awesome.
Well, I had to turn down the fire and put it out for the night. Why? Because we are running out of time. That's how you know you got good material.
Awesome.
You can't miss with
A
it.
great company.
Yeah, indeed. So, for Aaron Biscuits, for Grigor the Barbarian from Pittsburgh, for Cheryl and Robbie the Shark, this is Matt. We will see you same time, same place, same channel next week. And we want to leave you with these 3 final words. It's all groovy.
You become a sweet taste in my mouth now, and I want you to be my spouse so that we can